right, y'all. It's another awesome Monday, which means another awesome live stream, which means another awesome episode of talking about Karjakz Vs Assassins. Today, I'm going to focus on the animation story of the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins universe, and the reason why I keep doing it, all this single thing every single Monday, because the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book is coming out next year. That's right, next year. So next year is pretty soon. And also too, I'm working on an animation too. So like I'm in school right now for animation. Like I keep saying all the time, which I stress all the time about when I talk about my characters. But I just want to make an emphasis every single Monday to focus on like where it's going, where I started, how I started, and the continuation of the growth of the platform. Because another cool thing is like today I just shipped out some Bata sneakers for Karjakz Vs Assassins with the characters on them. That was pretty damn impressive. I was pretty proud of myself to make my own sneakers, but for somebody to go onto my website and buy the new Batas 3s that are available now on sunvision.com, and for them to buy my characters, the Karjakz Vs Assassins, not just my characters, but they bought the classic. It doesn't get any cooler than that. I think when you're achieving like I'm achieving, you feel proud of yourself, you feel liberated, you feel like, man, this is what I'm talking about. This is what everything that I've worked towards to get to where I want to go. My journey ain't for everybody, and I'm not trying to let my journey be for everybody. My dream ain't for everybody. There's nothing you can really do to stop what I'm doing. So, you know what I'm saying? I've been at this, oh my God, it's going on 12 years now. And look, these characters, I started from scratch, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what got the whole thing cracking when I thought about doing everything I wanted to do. This idea of these characters right here. In 2012, when I first finished, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just out of school. I just said, look, let me just have a go at this thing. Couldn't get a job. Wasn't even, after I couldn't get a job, I wasn't even trying to get a job anymore. I just said, you know what? Let me try hiring myself and just try to do this on my own, which is what I did. I mean, the whole animation thing, when I think about it, really came more out of, to be honest with y'all, need. Just the need to just do my own thing, have my own characters. There's nothing like having your own character. It's probably the hardest thing to do, but if you're gonna have your own animation series, you gotta be willing to want to do it on your own, not take any crap from the companies. I could have got a job at Marvel or DC or even what's that? The company that started Call of Duty, Univision or whatever they call themselves, but I couldn't really be bothered. See, it's like right there, this idiot came into my stream and then left. You're a moron. That's the whole point of putting the title of the whole thing. It's called Karjakz Vs Assassins Animation Story. What did you think you're going to come here and see? You're an imbecile. Like some of y'all are just some morons, and that's why sometimes YouTube gets on my nerves. Yes, I'm saying what I'm saying. I don't mind saying it because some of y'all are morons. You don't want a story. You want to see the same old nonsense shit. I'm not here to entertain you. I could care less about entertaining you. I'm here to talk about what I want to do. So the whole Karjakz Vs Assassins thing started a while back. Like I don't care anymore, and I've realized that the more I less care, the more successful I am. Like I don't think about people on YouTube. I'm not gonna post videos that you like. I'm posting what I like. Like Flakes, I don't like. For example, I don't follow people because I don't know what nonsense you're gonna put in your page. But for me, I know every time I come out on Monday, guess what Monday is about? Karjakz Vs Assassins. I take off Tuesday. My goals are consistent. This dream of mine is consistent. That's the only reason why I've been so successful, because I'm consistent with it. Like I don't waste my time hoping people will show up. These people that you hope to show up are inconsistent people. Don't expect consistency from inconsistent people. They're really not good for your health, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So yo, a lot of me is wanting to have my dream of my own animation series. That's where the idea started from. I'd grown up watching everything you can think of. Thundercats, Teenage Mutant. Excuse me, y'all. Give me a second. Sorry, y'all. I have to go. Guess he's not there. Sorry, y'all. It's a little bit chilly, man. Seriously. So, a lot of your dream when you're doing this thing, what I'm doing, especially being independent, it's gonna be hard. Don't expect anybody to do you any favors. Don't expect anybody to kind of like Excuse me, I have to put the holes in my mouth. It's getting cold. Yo, you know what? Give me a second. I'm turning on my heater. I forgot I got one. Shoot. It's chilly. I forgot I got a heater. I ain't got to be a peasant no more. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of my stuff, this dream started with the idea on Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Batman the Animated Series, Gundam Wing, oh my God, I'm trying to think what else I was watching. Iron Man the Animated Series, Spider-Man the Animated Series, X-Men the Animated Series. X-Men probably was the one cartoon I used to watch a lot as a kid. And then Ronin Warriors. Who else? Defenders of the Earth, Bionic 6. I mean, the list is endless. And then one day I just got kind of like asked myself, like, if these people can do all this stuff that I'm watching on cartoons, on networks or whatever channel I'm watching on, why can't I have, and Voltron? I said, why can't I have my own cartoon series? Why can't I have my own characters? And as challenging and as difficult as that was, I knew that if I could just create them, right? Which is what this one is right here, version 1. If I could just create them, that's all I got to do. Just create them. The rest will take care of itself. Like my grandmother used to say in our language, Olati Yabito Fellow, which means you must draw where you want to go. That's why I don't care if 500 people look at my videos or 5 or none. I'm still going to do what I'm supposed to do every single time. I can't expect people that expect you to entertain them and that are inconsistent to make me successful. That's the wrong way to have success. Those people are not making you successful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to be for anybody. These people literally have no consistency. None whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? They're not, like right now while I'm talking to y'all, I'm editing my podcast. Because once I get off this live stream, I'm going to upload my podcast. You see the consistency in me? Like I don't seek to have anybody validation from anybody. I remember when I created the characters, the hardest thing was just it wasn't really, actually, I'm not going to say that's hard. I just straight up told myself, I don't need anybody's damn approval for these characters. I'm not going to draw people want to, I'm going to draw what I want to draw. And I can't tell you, once I created them, I realized that, yes, I'm not just drawing, I'm drawing African-based characters in a way you've never seen them. That really was weird to a lot of people because they used to see a bunch of dumb, stereotyped garbage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's very few characters that were actually not getting stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? That I thought I was watching. Maybe Black Panther, maybe Spawn. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, I'm just like, yo, what is this garbage? Like, I would just ask myself, I was really inspired to want to create it because I got tired of seeing the same old. It's hard to what's the word I'm looking for? It's hard to tell yourself that you don't want something else when you see the garbage that you have to watch. And so I created challenges for myself. You know how cool it's gonna be? Like somebody sent me a message on YouTube, said, can't wait for one day for my characters to be taught at schools. You know how cool that is for somebody to say to you that your animated characters can be actually taught at a university, at a school, so that people can understand that there's other options to have other than the one they usually have, which is a bunch of Caucasians. No, I wasn't going for that. So I wasn't afraid to like have my own characters. Like the state of position of my characters, the state of position of my of what I want to do, how I want to go about it, what I want to do, what I needed to do. I just straight up told myself, I got two choices. I can either just whine about not seeing characters that look like me, or I can do something about it. So I just chose to do something about it. That was just a lot more easier. I'm not the whining, crying type. Like, I'm not going to go beg Marvel or DC or whoever else, yo, you just create cartoons and show some diversity. I could care less what they choose to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. And the fortunate thing for me, excuse me, y'all, I'm over here doing two things at one time. The fortunate thing for me is that I'm actually, excuse me, y'all, what I'm actually deciding to do is actually working. Like, I'm actually finding it that a lot of people actually love my characters. Only thing remains now, y'all, is for me to actually have a, what's this word? To actually have a growth, organic growth preferably, to where I can take the future of these characters and then I can make them be how I want them to be. Like where I want them to go. So like the beginning is really the drawings, the characters came out of I want to see something that looks like me. You know what I'm saying? That's the honest truth. That's the animation. That's where the whole thing came from. And so I went from version 1, which you've seen already, which is this version, to this version. And there's way more versions in between. And then, you know what I'm saying, to this version, which is where we're currently at right now. Well, now they don't even look like this no more. You know what I'm saying? Because version 6 is coming with the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book. And you can best believe by the time my comic book drops, I will be having a whole lot going on. So, you know, the state, the current, the characters themselves, it's like figures that I don't want to what's what I'm looking for here? I don't want to what's what I'm looking for? I don't want it to be like everything else that you're doing, because I'm not gonna do that. That's what a lot of people want. Hey, what's your cartoon like? I don't know. It's like my cartoon. I'm not about to tell you it's like anything else you ever watched, because I don't want it to be like anything else you ever watched. I'm not gonna let you box my characters. I'm not gonna allow people to tell me what they can and can't be. That's probably what I ran into when I first started. And a lot of my problem wasn't really what's the for? Let's just say for my community, they weren't the ones who were supporting me. I'm blunt about that. I don't try to hide it. That's exactly what they're doing. Hating, choking on that usual haterade. Figuring out how they're gonna keep you from going forward because they're threatened by your success. I could care less what you want. You know what I'm saying? And I just started getting better. I started getting better and better and better. And when you're getting better and better at something, all people can really do is hope that you don't succeed in it. But you hoping that I don't succeed in it is not gonna stop me from being successful at it. You know what I mean? There's really nothing you can do to make me not be successful. I've chosen to be successful. So like the animation series is me wanting to finally fulfill a dream that came as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like when I post in the same place, and sometimes you have luck, sometimes you don't have luck. But you go with whatever it is and you just make it happen. You have to just tell yourself, yo, this dream of mine is my own and my own only. Don't allow anybody to tell you how you can go about achieving your dream. You have to understand, yo, like when I post my my podcast, sometimes I give you, sometimes I don't. I genuinely don't care. I'm not gonna stop enjoying my videos just because you're not around. You don't validate my you don't get to decide what my characters are gonna be about. I'm not gonna give you that kind of power to let you think that you are relevant enough to decide what I'm gonna do with my characters. I'm gonna do what I want to do with my characters, and I know where I want them to go. So yo, that's the beginning of how it all started. That's what really inspired me to want to have my animation series. Now, the current state of affairs is that I'm working on the first official Karjakz Vs Assassins comic book. And yes, the animation is probably the biggest part too, because I'm working on a new animation intro. It's like I got to do that because I realized that the old one of the things that I didn't do well was the fact that I didn't really know what in the hell I was doing. I was just doing whatever. I was just excited enough just to say, like, you know what? I can actually do this. But then over the years, as I learned, studied practice stuff, studied animation techniques, I was able to create my own what's what I'm looking for? I was able to create my own my own idea of how to explain my characters, because I remember I used to have problems explaining my characters. As exciting as a universe Karjakz Vs Assassins is, I had a serious problem explaining my characters, like the current state, where they're from, where they're going to, where they're gonna be. I was just like, why is it that I'm having problems? It's because I didn't have enough what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't have enough what's the word I'm looking for? Let's say I didn't have enough I don't think I had enough courage is what I'm gonna say. You need, and real talk, man, yo, you need courage to do anything. I'll be honest with you. You need courage to do anything. If you're gonna do anything, if you're gonna achieve anything, you need courage. Courage is a very, 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 very important it's a very important ingredient in your dream. If you're gonna pursue something, you need to have courage. Cause man, if you ain't got courage, you about to be in a whole lot of whatever you want to call it. Because people are gonna come at you in ways like, if I didn't have courage, there wouldn't be 3 versions of this book right here. And there's a 4th coming down the pike. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't have courage, this wouldn't have happened. So if you're going to do what you're going to do, whatever are you going to pursue, have a sense of courage. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Know that yourself can be the best version of you know, you can't be like as great as you think you are. Y'all, while I'm talking to y'all, I'm posting my podcast on my YouTube channel right now. Because it's time to post every single Monday. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, one of the biggest things is knowing where I want to go, how I want to get there, when I want to get there. And it's not about when people want me to get there, it's about when I get there. You know what I'm saying? Like I started having, oh, sorry, y'all. I started having confidence in myself. Sometimes people show up for streams, sometimes people don't. I'll be like, is it me? No, it's not me. It's the flakes. It's not my fault that you're a flake. I'm not gonna change what I'm doing. YouTube is one of the hardest platforms that you can ever get on. But if you're gonna be on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? You need to be sure that you what's the word I'm looking for here? You need to be sure that you know how you want to go about you know, it's not so much YouTube. You need to be sure about how you want to go about your dream. Because when times get hard in pursuing your dream, what's gonna make the difference, and I guess for me, what I think is gonna be the difference is the fact that you just focus on what's the word I'm looking for? You just focus on direction, you focus on where you want to go so that you can get there. And you focus on the agenda of the dream, which is to execute mostly. Work hard. Yes, you've heard all these words before. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like whenever I do anything now, I have no fear of jumping it off with Karjakz Vs Assassins. When I create stuff, I have no fear of making sure that I talk about my characters. You know what I'm saying? No fear. I'm not going to let anybody tell me how to go about, yo, give me a second. I'm not going to let anybody tell me what I should be drawing, or yes, you should draw this because this is what people want to see. I don't care what people want to see. That's the whole problem with the whole industry now. There's no space for cool ideas and cool characters and just cool all around stuff. Man, there's a bunch of characters out here that need to be getting mad love, but they ain't getting mad love because some corny human being is on there. Y'all give me a second. Look, like for example, this is Karjakz Vs Assassins right here, the entire universe. Good guys, bad guys, you know what I'm saying? Characters that are based on myself, my 2 brothers and my sister. Characters that are based on my best friend, a big brother of mine. You know what I'm saying? So, and then villains, of course. Sanusi based on me. It was just more about, look, I just want y'all to see the characters, right? Y'all give me a second. It's just more about me figuring that if I want to go here, this is what I got to do. And the things that I'm currently doing now, because it's changed a lot of stuff. I'm working on the animation intro. I'm working on the comic books. It's actually allowed me to, what's the word I'm looking for? This thing, doing all I'm doing is actually allowed me to become part of something that I wanted to do. Like it's become, like it's not, I wouldn't call it a job, but it's become a duty. And if you want to be successful in life, you better just give up the nonsense and focus on the direction and not let anybody get in your way. They will get in your way if you allow them to. I hate to tell you that. You are going to wish to God you hadn't dealt with them. Move them out of your way. Talk them out of your way. Ignore them out of your way. Just straight up don't care what they think. So you have to want to be there. And I mean, the current affairs of a state of affairs, I go to comic expos, and this is how I've been able to promote it. I'm using social media a lot. I'm using more social media than I've ever used before. I didn't used to do that before, where I would just be like, oh, yeah, it's too hard. I can't do it. I don't do that no more. I'm like, I just go hard at it. I just go after it all the time, every single week. Every week, I don't mess around. I just say, you know what? This is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it, and this is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? So cats like Todd McFarlane, who has an independent mind, people don't understand. it's taking it. What he's doing is courageous in many ways, because he's choosing to tell the industry to go kick itself. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can join forces with Marvel or whoever, but man, or DC, but they can't be going around thinking they're gonna tell you what to do. That ain't gonna fly. You know what I'm saying? That is not gonna fly. So, like, that's the current state of affairs right there. Now, the last part is the let me see. The last part is probably the future of Karjakz Vs Assassins. Without question, the ultimate goal one day is to have my own animation series. One day I would love to go to Japan so I can see how animation is actually done, because that's the way I love to draw. That's the way I love to do my animation. That's the way I love to do everything I have to do. So I prefer to just go where it's best. Where it's of course Korea does animation too. And for me, if I can just get there, I'll connect with who I gotta connect. I always believe in, like, if I go somewhere I don't know nobody, I know the universe is gonna make a way for me to connect with people that can help me get where I want to go. And that's what I believe in. I'm gonna keep believing in that. There's nothing that's gonna stop that. When you have a dream, man, I swear to God, execute, execute, and execute. Yo, the future is quite fast and simple. We got the comic book coming out next year. I'm gonna have the animation intro coming out next year as well. And also to just being able to do multiple animations of my characters to show the storyline of where the animation series is going. And once you've got funding, which you eventually find itself, you can now build your dream and grow where you need to grow it and connect with the necessary connections, because not everybody who comes in your path wants to see you, or anybody, let me rephrase that. Not everybody in this industry wants to see you be successful. Some are threatened by your success. Some people are like, why is he over there getting a chance to do what he wants to do? It's because I work hard, you bum. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get anywhere by not working hard. You just have to make a plan to work hard. That's one thing. And then also to executing consistently. That's what gives Karjakz Vs Assassins a future. I mean, when I look at this year, 2024, how far I've come, I'm sort of blown away about the blessings out of the universe has blessed me, what I've accomplished. From clothing wear to footwear, to the animation, to the company, to the idea of what I'm trying to do actually growing, to the idea of that fact that when people visit my website, sanusi.com, the thing they buy the most is my characters. Tell me that is not cool. That's about as cool as it's gonna get. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, these amazing characters. Let me scroll through them so y'all can see, because it is Monday. I gotta make sure I show them. Let me back up. I gotta make sure I show them to y'all. Cajun, the Karjakz. Let's start from the jump, man. You see that's right there? Karjakz Vs Assassins. There you go, right there. Karjakz. Cajun right there. You see that? That's right. We got Escalade. Sincere. You got Glocks. You got Rasputin. And these are the heroes, the Karjakz. You got Diesel. You got Shepard. You see that? You got Diesel, you got Shepard. You know, hey, there's always going to be me showcasing my characters. You know, of course, you got the Assassins led by Lord Sanusi. Look at this. And if you love any of these posters, guess where you got to go? Sunvision.com to copy your poster. This is what we're doing in Sunvision, man. I'm not going to call the title something you want to see. I could care less about that. That's not the whole point of my agenda. The whole point of my agenda is for me to showcase what I do. I can't be bothered with stupidity anymore. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not going to just do it just to have people show up on my thing. Nope. I'm going to do it because it fits. You see what I'm saying? This is artillery. Excursion. And look, let's go back to this right here. See that? We got the Assassins. We got Lord Sanusi. You know what I'm saying? We're doing big things. I'm telling you, one day, just as how I'm right now in front of y'all, there's going to be like 70 million people live streaming with me all the time. It's just what it's going to be. I already know greatness is written for me. Check this out. Artillery. Excursion. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Oh, I skipped it again. The Assassins. Okay, the Assassins. Lord Sanusi. You know what I'm saying? Lord Sanusi. There we go. We got artillery. We got excursion. You know what I'm saying? We got Kanji. We got Revo. Yeah, that's right. All these amazing characters. We got Snipes. We got Yukon. Then, of course, we got the Coyotes. You see that right there? So, look. The future of my characters is very bright. I mean, the release of the comic book is next year. The release of the animation series is next year. The release of the bio book is going to be next year too as well. I mean, and then, of course, the clothing line and footwear and posters and accessories and all kinds of other stuff that I do. Like, this universe is so wide open. Everything I want to do, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not about to let nobody stop where I'm trying to go, where I want to go, and where I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? A part of what I want to look for here. Part of a future is deciding to be like the orchestrator of your own dreams. You have to be the you have to basically believe that what's the line I'm looking for? Nobody owes you nothing. You are the keeper and you are the keeper and you are the keeper and owner of your dreams. You know what I'm saying? You manifest your dreams. You take it where you want to go and how you want to get there. Don't allow people to become empowered and thinking that if they show up or if they don't show up or if they're worth a dang. Nah, that's not your problem. That's their problem. You know what I'm saying? Their inconsistency shouldn't be your problem. So focus on your move forwardness, as I like to say. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the future of Karjakz Vs Assassins is plain and simple. I have one end game to build Karjakz Vs Assassins into the greatest animation series we've ever seen. To build Karjakz Vs Assassins comic series, the greatest animation comic series you've ever seen. To build my clothing line as the best clothing line out there, and using animated characters, my drawings. Like, you know, like value, man. Like somebody was asking me today, man, how come your stuff costs so much? I said, there's no such thing as expensive. There's only what you can afford and what you can't afford. I get so tired of people penny pinching everything they do in their life. It's pathetic. You know what I'm saying? It's pathetic. So that's my goal. That's my nightmare. My goal is to just be the best version of myself that can have a future that actually benefits my animation series, my dream. I love cartoons more than anything else, man. Animation series is all I care about. Like, the main thing is for me, like, you know, I've told this story a bunch of times. My grandmother never got to see anything else but the first version of my characters. So to have version 5 right now in my hand brings me a lot of joy. You know what I'm saying? Version 6 that I've already put inside the comic book, that brings me a lot of joy. So that's where it's at, man. I want to thank y'all for being part of the stream tonight, man. If you're going to do this, you got to do this with the intent to want to be something and can't worry about your failures. Move forward. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Worry about what you're doing. So, yo, from me to y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Karjakz Vs Assassins animation series is coming. I promise you, it's going to be nasty as oh, it's going to be so sick. Karjakz Vs Assassins animation series is coming. All these characters right here, each one of them is going to get their own animation series too. It's going to be totally crazy. But yo, that's what we're doing on Sound Vision, man. I'm going to see y'all next week, Monday, for another episode of Karjakz Vs Assassins Universe. I'll let you know when I'm going to talk about, when I schedule it. But for right now, as always, y'all, continue to aspire and achieve. Have a good night. Stay safe. Believe in yourself. Peace.